Yeah, what up, guys? What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Football Fan Zone with your boy, Temper Banks. And guys, on this video, you know, I'll be talking about the fact that we are still waiting for the breaking news. You know, still waiting for the fact. We are still waiting for the fact if Manchester United are going to sack Erik Ten Hag, because as we all know, there were people that actually felt after the FA Cup they would have sacked him. But to date, we haven't heard anything. They've not come outside to say they are backing the manager. All they've done is just kept quiet. And that leaves a very, very big question, guys. Is there a possibility that Sergeant Ratcliffe and Ineos actually want to keep Erik Ten Hag? Is there a possibility that they might be looking to keep Erik Ten Hag at the club? Because one thing is for sure, guys. If Erik Ten Hag had lost that match against Manchester City at the FA Cup final, he would have been sacked. For sure. So now, does the fact that he won the FA Cup against Manchester City, does it mean that did he change this decision in any way? And that's what I want to talk about, today. Did that change their decision making? It is a possibility for him to stay at the club. If you are watching live, please get into the chat and let me know what you guys think on the comment section, guys. Let me know your opinion. And we're also going to be talking about Chelsea Football Club being linked to Julian Alvarez. And what I will say is this, guys. If there is a possibility for Chelsea to get Julian Alvarez, I will say whatever they have, like whatever money Chelsea have, and whatever amount of money Man City would want, I would advise Chelsea to get him. I've seen Chelsea being linked to Olise. I've seen Chelsea being linked to Benjamin Sesko. And of recent, they've been linked to Alvarez because Alvarez wants to leave Manchester City simply because he does not like the fact that he's not getting enough game time, and of which I don't really blame him. I do not, because he's a good player. He's a wonderful player. He is a wonderful player. But as long as he's at Man City, then he will not get as much chance he would love to, get, because of the fact that there is Erling Haaland there. And by the way, guys, I honestly believe, I've been saying this to people, I said, Julian Alvarez, for me, is a more dangerous player than Haaland, because Haaland is a player that depends on people to feed him so that before he could score. But with Alvarez does not, he does not need you to feed him. He can create a goal by himself. His link of play is awesome. So, I would say, guys, even though there's a possibility of just leaving Olise and going for this guy called Alvarez, I would say they should do it. If there is a word whereby they can drop Alvarez and decide to go for somebody like, Olise, and go in for Alvarez, I would advise them to do, even though it means that is the only sign they make. And I'll let you guys, you add that Alvarez, that Chelsea team, then they are ready to go. They are ready to go. And beside, they have a manager who knows him already. Because when Man City won their treble, if I'm not mistaken, Maresca was the assistant manager. If I'm not mistaken, Maresca was the assistant manager to to Pep when they won trouble. So I honestly believe he already knows what um, Alvarez is all about, how to use Alvarez. He already knows that. So for me, it would be if like it would be a perfect signing for Chelsea. It will honestly be a perfect signing for Chelsea Football Club. And I honestly believe, man, they would do extremely well. If Chelsea can get Alvarez, they would do extremely well. Then you can talk about Chelsea getting top four. Honestly, you can talk about Chelsea. The possibility of Chelsea getting top four becomes comes a reality. So I guess we have to wait and see how that goes. I'm also going to be talking about the fact that Maddison, Harry Maguire, Kwanzaa, who again? James Trashford, Nuez were dropped from the Euro squad. Though for me, I am not surprised because they should not be there in the first place. They should not be there in the first place. Yes, Kwanzaa was, exceptional for Liverpool. It was really, really awesome for Liverpool. Like every game that lad played for Liverpool was, he gave it all. He gave it their his all. So though it's a hard one that he has not been selected to play for the Euros. It's an hard one to take. But I honestly believe this is going to, boost him up somehow. But that is why I think. Let me know what you guys think on the comment section, guys. If you think Southgate made a mistake dropping this set of players. But the one that shocked me most guys, was what's it called? Jack Grealish. That one shocked me. And now the thing is this, guys. We tend to forget that Jack Grealish is not really like when you look at his numbers as Manchester City, they're not great. When you look at his number at Manchester City, they are not great. But the reason why people don't get to talk much about Jack Grealish is the fact that his team are winning the trophy. His teams are doing well. And when your team are doing well, winning titles, then your, how will I put it, your failure or your flop, because if you can say it's a flop, would not really show. And that is what I have seen so far. That's what I've seen so far, because I was looking at the stats. Sancho had a better start than him. I could not believe it when I was checking it today. Sancho has a better start than Jack Grealish. But you don't hear anybody say anything because Jack Grealish, his teams are winning. His team, Man City, won the treble. So the little effort he might put into the team towards the treble winning, teams or fan base or pundits might not really look at that. But when you take out your time to go check what numbers he has, then our guy he's been a flop, man. And if I was him, I would leave and go back to Aston Villa, honestly, because whatever you've won it all. You've won the Champions League, you won the Premiership, you won the FA Cup. So you might as well go back to the player you are. Because one thing that Pep have successfully done is, take away that flairness we see in this guy. And this is what I've been talking about for a very long time. He has take away that flairness we see in Jack Grealish, taking on people, taking on defenders. It does not do them anymore. It does not. It does not do it anymore. And it's sad. It is sad. And that is what football have become. Football have that's what football have, become. Because everybody want to play the tiki taka. Everybody want to play the pep way. And that sometimes denies us of those your individual skills, incredible goals. Also, like the position for number 10 is not even there anymore in the game because of everybody want to play tiki taka, and it's sad. So let me go. I want to go through some of your charts here. Let me see what people are saying. And if you have anything to say about this, my Man City is still in Premier League. It's a funny one though, but I would love to know how it's going to end. Honestly, it's a tough one. Now, Patricia says everything is politics, but they should have never allowed for state-owned teams because there is a certain conflict of interest during this dispute. Now, coming to what you're saying right now, you're right. They should have never, allow a situation whereby you have um, whereby you have a player. Excuse me. You have a player like you have a team like Man City, allowed to get away with stuff like this. They should have never allowed it to happen. Whereby you have like the Abu Dhabi. And yet again, what people don't really know is this. What people don't really know is that behind the scene, Man City and their owners are doing some incredible jobs. And that could be the reason why getting down to the solution or getting to the root of this whole thing has been taking time. Because in some ways, justice will be found guilty. And that's the honest truth. I don't think so. Now, Evans Ferguson says, bro, I will be real. I don't think we get any news on Ten Hag today. Unfortunately, not getting my hopes up. And this is what I'm saying again. This Ten Hag issue is taking a lot of time. It's taking a lot of time than I expected. Because one thing is this, man. If you are going to sack the manager, come out and sack him. Then fans can move on in time. Come out, sack him. It will make perfect sense because it will make perfect sense because you've made so many changes. You've changed the sporting director. You've changed the technical director. You've changed the CEO. You even brought in a communicator, whatever. So it will make perfect sense. Sack the manager if you don't sack him. It's allowed. I don't think everybody would think you guys are crazy or mad. Sack him if you want to sack him. And so that you guys can proceed and start going for your players you want to buy for the season. But I honestly believe the way they've been handling this case, man, you might want to say it's not professional. But yet again, one thing you have come to see or understand is that these people have been making their calls without anybody knowing. They come outside there and that's what they want to do. And that is what we have seen from them so far. They come in, they say what they want to do, they sack, people don't sack. Because when they announced this, the fact that they approved or employed Omar Barada, nobody had anything about it. Nobody. We did not hear anything about it. All we just know is that it just happened. So, I honestly believe it will not change anything. Sack him for the want. And now Patricia says, can this idiot finally announce if he's staying or not? Like, what are they waiting for? If you ask me what are they waiting for, I won't be able to give you a definite answer because I don't know myself. I don't know. I do not know myself. I was just thinking that they should have done this in all this while. But you can never know. You can never know. So that's the thing. Let me just check. Yeah. Um Kepa says, my brother, if Ten Hag was going to be sacked, he do have been sacked by now, my friend. The longer is still there, the lower the chances of him being sacked. You know what, Kepa, you might be right, honestly, because as things goes right now, nobody knows what is happening, man. Nobody. If there's any things you see on Twitter, on articles, nobody knows the truth. No one knows the truth. Everybody are just guessing. That's what everybody's doing. They are just guessing. And that's the honest truth. They're only guessing. Everybody's guessing. But one thing's for sure. Whenever the Glazers are going to, or the Glazers of Sajin Ratcliffe are going to release their decision if the Nag is staying or being sacked, nobody's going to know. And nobody's going to expect it. That's a fact. What's happening with Chelsea? I had I had the hotel sale fell through or something. Yeah, Chelsea are trying. They've been looking for different loopholes, to get in signings. And guys, man, this guy is doing a big job, man. What's his name? Toboli. Toboli is pulling strings, guys. He's pulling strings. NBC says 116 charges. Man City owners knew our football rules before they bought City. If don't if they don't like them, they should sell them and buy a Saudi team. By then, by them going to court, they are admitting they are guilty. And that's a fact. Like I've been saying it, even Man City themselves knows. You know, Man City, the owners, the people that controls the club, they know very well that they are guilty. They know for sure. And that is why they are trying to just, look for means to just come outside and just try. Because they know some teams will support them. And we have seen things like Newcastle, Chelsea, Aston Villa supporting what City said. We have seen teams supporting what they said. But one thing is sure, guys. One thing is very, very sure. They know very well that they are guilty. They know very well they are guilty. That is the only reason why they will come outside and try to act as if they want to fight that decision. They know they are guilty. They know. I know very well. We all know because Man City did something no club was able to do, and I've been like he can't do it. Look at Newcastle. Newcastle, like a team that has the owner is the richest in Premiership, the richest club in the world. They are worth 320 billion, but they can't spend the money because of what? Because of FFP. But City were able to do it. Man City were able to do it. And when people get angry, it's not that people are just getting angry because they want to get angry. It's just that they also want to play or win stuffs. like City. I was saying to somebody, I said, could it be that the fact that Pep Guardiola is leaving the club, could it be that he knows very well that there's something going on? He knows and is trying to just go away before everything comes to light. That can be a possibility as well. That could be a possibility. Pep is just trying to just make a move fast and get out of the Premiership before this club gets found guilty or sent to relegation. So that is also another possibility why Pep is just he has come outside to announce that he's leaving. Now, when I'm going to talk about the fact that Southgate dropped James Maddison on a good day as well. When you look at that midfield of England, who does James Maddison bench? Who will he bench? Who is he going to bench? I don't see anybody that James Maddison can bench in that team. I don't. Honestly. I do not see anybody. And for Jack Grealish, I also do not see who he wants to bench. Honestly, and that's the honest truth. Because with what he has played so far at City, I've not really convinced me that he should be going to this what's it called? Competition. Honestly. Just that his team have been winning stuffs. And that is the only reason why we are here now talking about Jack Grealish. Because I can simply put Jack Grealish on the same ground as Calvin Phillips, Anthony. Honestly, I can put them on that same thing. And why would I put him on that same group of Mason Mount, Calvin Phillips, Anthony? It's because they've all been crap. They have all been crap. People want to say, argue here that he does not be, he is not in the same level or in the same caliber with those players. But when you look at it, go and check his numbers. Then you understand where I'm coming from. Now, Patricia says, no, Grealish, Southgate is a clown. No, not for me. I honestly believe he made the good decision. For me, personally, I was not surprised that Maguire was not there because he was dropped. Because Maguire should not be going to anywhere. He should not be going to anywhere. Honestly. I'm not surprised that he was dropped because he's injured, But the person I was shocked and surprised was Jared Brightwaite. That was the one player I was surprised that, guys, man, he was dropped. Honestly, he was the one. Aside him, nobody else. I'm not shocked about anybody else. So, and Let's Talk Football says 4 Crystal Palace players, but no AC Milan players and 1 Liverpool player. Now, coming to AC Milan. AC Milan have got a very, very good defender. I was thinking this man would have taken as well. What's his name? Fikayo Tomori. I did not believe that this guy did not take Fikayo along Tomori. So does it mean that you cannot select, but it goes around, it picks Harry Kane? It doesn't make any sense to me, man. Like, Fikayo deserves to be in that list. Lifts to check. Also, you could argue that it deserved to be there as well. Honestly. Mala says agent Enzo working on Alvarez for Chelsea. Honestly, I honestly believe, man, if that happen, guys, if that transfer can happen, man, Chelsea will be balling, man. I'm sorry. Though I know people will not really want to believe me, but Chelsea, they would ball. If that can happen, if that transfer can happen, Chelsea will ball. Honestly, they will really, really do things because Chelsea are a good team already. They just need that one striker or one player that guarantees you goals. That is the only thing they need. That one player that guarantees you goals. And for me, that was the Chelsea are missing. That one player that guarantees you goals. That's what Chelsea is missing. So if they can get Julian Alvarez, good for them. Then Paza says, just like our agent Mikel was working to bring Osimhen. Lol. One thing about Osimhen is that Osimhen is too expensive. It's too expensive. And also, his wages are also high. So, and he does not fit, I don't think he really fits what Chelsea are trying to do. Honestly, it does not fit what Chelsea are trying to do. This Chelsea team are trying. You know, they are doing all they want. They are trying to build a youth team. That's what Chelsea are trying to do. They've brought in a manager that knows how to handle youth players in Enzo Maresca. So Victor Osimhen does not really fit in there. It does not. Patrick is asking, he says, is United really a better destination than Chelsea now? Look like United next manager is Southgate or Poch. I don't know why people are really just including Southgate here. I don't believe Southgate will take over at Man U. I do not believe it for 1 second. I don't. I honestly don't believe Poch. Or okay, let me say Poch can get the job, but Southgate, I don't believe Southgate can get the job. Another person I believe can get this job is De Zerbi. Because a club have paid his clause already. It was said a club paid his clause already. Now, is there a possibility that that club we're talking about could be Man U, could be Man City? At some point, we all thought it was going to be Chelsea. We thought it was Chelsea. But Chelsea have gone out there, get their job, get their manager. So is there a possibility where that club that paid release clause for De Zerbi, could that be Man City or Man U? One thing I know, time will tell. We are going to find out the truth in no time. Let's talk about say you can't stop the loophole King Toboli. Toboli is just looking for ways. He's able to look for ways to make signings. Then Kolile says Nkuku Palmer Olise behind Alvarez. Let's get it done. Wow, that would be crazy, man. That would be crazy. Just imagine having those, like the way you mentioned it, behind Alvarez. You have Nkuku, Olise, and Palmer. Dude, the Premiership should be ready, man. And Dandu says, Arsenal fans just happy to be competing again. Why winning nothing? And that's the problem with Arsenal. One thing I think Arsenal should be going for every trophy there is in the Premiership. Honestly, if I was Arteta, I would do whatever I can to make sure that every trophy in the Premiership or in England Be it the Cali Cup, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, I go for all of them. I will make sure that I win a title. Because you first of all need to get all these players, let them get used to the winning mentality. And that is something they don't have. Every trophy there is out there, the FA Cup, make sure, do whatever you can to win it. Because it starts from there. That was how Pep came in and what he was doing. Pep was making sure he won everything there is in the Premiership. He never say this trophy matters or this does not matter. He tries as much to make sure that every trophy, it goes hard. That's why I don't understand how the likes of Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal, you'll be saving players instead of going hard, try to win all these trophies. Because you know very well that you are not going to win the Premiership. And that is a fact. So I don't understand when people comes around, Carabao Cup is here, and you find teams not using their strong team, they go soft. Change. No, it's wrong. It's madness for me. It's madness. Because you are never going to win the Premiership. So what you said right now makes a lot of sense. They are happy that they are competing for something, but they're not winning trophy. That's what they do. Kepa says City got the best and more competent lawyer with them. With them, they pay him a lot of money as well. I think the Premiership is gonna lose. Ah, man. You make it sound as if you had something before somewhere. The particular says, Man City be like, if we go down, we are taking everybody with us, seeing the ship. And that says, let not say if City are guilty or not. We don't know anything about this. There are experts and lawyers on the field that knows more about us. That's why I was saying probably in 2 weeks' time, we're going to know the truth. If they'll find guilty or not. We're going to know that in 2 weeks. Now, the person says, if we keep Ten Hag, he will get a new contract with new rules. He won't run things again with transfer. I don't think he's their guy anyway. And that's a fact. But one thing I think is that this manager called Erik Ten Hag still wants to have some decision. He still wants a decision whereby he will be making decision at the club. And this is something they do not, and they are not ready to give it to him. But he wants to make those decisions. He wants to still have a say. He wants to have a say in decision making at the club. And that, I can tell you that there's a possibility that Sergeant Ratcliffe and Enos would have been looking of keeping him. But this guy wants transfer power. And we have seen every signing this guy have made so far. We have seen a transfer he has made so far. Horrendous signings. So the only way, I also believe that Ten Hag somehow probably knows that he's getting sacked as well. Maybe they are looking for a way to just, come to an agreement and part ways. That could be the reason why they're taking so long to announce the whole thing. Probably they are looking for a financial ground to come to an agreement on how much they're gonna pay him. Ever say I don't think this will affect the 115 charges because it's been judged on the laws at the time the rules they broke were made. Okay. If the charges are dropped without it going to the court, just dissolve the league and start a new one without the cheaters involved and ban them for life from the beginning. I'm sure he's a Man U fan. I'm so sure he's a Man U fan, man. The partial said they are talking about sending something they don't know the reason Man City charges are taking so long because they refuse them. Everton said yes, we done wrong around up, so got done quicker. And besides, Everton own is not really like something similar to what's it called? Man City. Do not forget, Man City is 115. 115. Everton was just a law in transfer the Brazil 10 million, around 10 million. So their own case was very, very fast to come to an agreement to deliberate on. But in the case of um, Man City, guys, 115 is too high. So they are taking their time, you know, taking their time to come to a decision. Patrick says, I think they should get an insane transfer and Europe band, wage band for about say 10 years. Huge fine, but stay in the premiership so we can watch the crumble out watch them crumble out the league. Ah, do you think if they ban Man City right now, if they ban City not to make signings, do you think it affect them in any way? Do you think it affects City in any way? Because I don't think so. Because if you give them transfer band, they've got the players, man. They've got the players. They've got players. And I'm sure you can't give them 10 years band. You can't. But they do have players. So that's the thing. We Man U fans did not complain when we dominated the league for years. Because Man U were dominating the league for years, doing it the right way. We should not get it wrong. Man U were dominating the league, winning the league, because they were doing things the right way. City got away, City got way more power than Juventus and Everton. We are wasting our time. Nothing would happen to them. Wow. You might be right. People forget what happened to Syria when Juventus was relegated. Even when Inter won the league, people said it was because Juventus was not allowed to compete. Viewership went down. Yeah, viewership did went down. Syria also lost the pedigree they used to have. But at least they were doing the right thing. You know, they were doing it like it's not really fair whereby people are able to get away with things and some people do not get away with it. So I know what you're talking about. I do understand what you're saying. But yet again, it's the right way to do things. Now let's of all say Africa don't rate city, Europe don't rate city, America don't rate city, only Asia rates city. Now what you're trying to say is that so if they are claiming they have so much what is it called? So much revenue, where are they coming from? And that's a good question. City are glory hunters. If they want out of Prem, most of the fan base will support Madrid instead. Kepa, pick Juve were relegated and look at the players they had. Ibrahimovic, Vieira, Nedved, Buffon, De Piero. Can happen, but it won't. It won't because of money, and that's a fact. That's what I'm saying. It will not happen. These guys, they've got money, man. They've got money. Ma, aye, aye, aye. Mm. Yeah, yeah. They won't because they've got too much money. So that's the thing. Never says another club takes City place. Villa are a bigger club than City, for example. Wow, taking a banter. Taking a banter. Then Kepa says, gets Ten Hag out and everybody's happy. We have our team playing better and even players. We want to join the club, our club again. Whoa. Then actually leave the club. Then Ferguson says, I am on you see 1,000,000% Ten Hag out, but the longer the decision he stays, the stronger I feel he sees off his contract. You should pay him off. If he stays, we will finish ninth or eighth next season with no style of play. And good, I am fuming. Get this concussed egg with dementia gone ASAP and make my weekend. Wow. I guess we just have to wait and see, man. You didn't want to sack him. I hope if they sack him, we'll come online and talk about it. If they don't, if there's anything interesting, we'll come along and talk about it as well. So, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash the likes and smash that subscribe to the channel, guys. I'll see you guys.